Okay, picking up again from the east abutment on the Lehigh Valley Railroad's Hayes Creek branch. Again, this is the east abutment for the bridge section that crossed the Lehigh River, but it's not completely as far east as the Hayes Creek branch went. There's actually another bridge that crossed the Lehigh Valley main line, so we're going to make our way back to those bridge abutments right now. All right, but again, down below is the Lehigh River and a couple of different bridge piers that span the Lehigh River to make its way towards the Hazleton area and coal mining interests. There's the phone booth I showed you in the last video. So let's walk east and head towards the former Lehigh Valley main line, which still lives on to this day, being used by the Reading and Northern Railroad. All right, watch your eyes through here. So I know I'm kind of redundant with repeating the same information over and over, but just in case this is the first video out of the past couple that someone is seeing, the Lehigh Valley Railroad main line ran through Lehigh Gorge, following the Lehigh River up out of Jim Thorpe. I mean, it started way south of that, but the section that we're doing right now is the Gorge section, and the Lehigh Valley Railroad ran through there on the east side of the river. At least, well, at this section they were on the east side of the river. And they built a branch off of their main line at the town of Tannery, and that was to get into the greater Hazleton area a little easier than how they were doing it. They were having to go break off at a place called Penn Haven Junction, which if they were coming from the south going north, it wasn't that big a deal. But if they were heading south on the main line, it seemed to be a little bit difficult as far as the logistics go. When they would have gotten to Penn Haven Junction, it wasn't exactly the greatest of angles, if you look how the railroad was set up. So after some time, in the 1910, 1911s, they decided to build what was known as the Hayes Creek branch, and it gave them a more direct route. Coming out of Hazleton, they would have been going in a northeast direction to get right on to the Lehigh Valley main line at the town of Tannery. And it would have made it a lot easier if they were coming south out of the Whitehaven area, for them to just, instead of going all the way down to Penn Haven, they jump on this Hayes Creek branch, they skip across the river, and then they're on their way to Hazleton, avoiding the Penn Haven Junction area. So at least that's what it all seems like to me. That's why this was all built. And that's what I've read too. It all makes sense. If you just look at the layout of the rail lines, this Hayes Creek branch was a no-brainer to put in. It probably cut off so much time. It certainly cut off mileage. Okay, so now we're approaching where this branch now would have crossed the Lehigh Valley main line, which is about to be right below us. See all kinds of old ties here. And this would have had like a truss bridge, I believe it was. It wasn't a trestle, it was, I have a picture. I'm going to post a picture of what bridge used to be here. And then, yeah, down below you, that is former Lehigh Valley Railroad main line. It's now operated and owned by the Reading and Northern Railroad. They run their freight and passenger service on this daily. Freight daily, passenger service every weekend. They do excursions. Everything's really overgrown, so it's hard to get a good look at the concrete right now. We'll take a walk down and show you what it looks like from down below. The train just went by about 20 minutes ago, coming from Pittston on its way to Jim Thorpe. So there shouldn't be any train traffic for a while. And then right over here is the, which would now be, that would be the furthest east abutment for the Hayes Creek branch. And this would be your west abutment and your east abutment for crossing the Lehigh Valley main line. And then it would have continued in a northern direction and then made its way down in the town of Tannery, where it would have connected back with the main line. Stella and I were already over there earlier in the day, and it is just impossible to get through. There's no game trails. There's no signs of people exploring back there. We tried our best, and we could not succeed in finding any way to walk through that area back there. So maybe in the winter time we give it another shot, but today it's not going to happen. It's just too thick. Thick as sausage gravy. All right, so let's take a walk down below. I'll get you a shot of the bridge abutments from down below, and then we're going to head down to the Black Creek, Hayes Creek culvert, and we'll do a video on that. And this concrete is from 1910, 1911, and the branch was put in. This is all up in the Hickory Run State Park area, if any of you are familiar with that. Stella and I parked the car at the fire line trail, and then followed that down to the tracks and walked the tracks for a little bit until we got to this section of the Hayes Creek branch, and then explored the Hayes Creek branch. All right. And there's your east abutment. And there it is. So that's your west abutment for the bridge crossing former Lehigh Valley main line. East abutments behind these trees right here. Just a really cool spot, really cool history. Hayes Creek Branch, Lehigh Valley Railroad. Thanks, folks.